Right, guys, so you might be working in a current job right now which has some skills which can be transferable into the IT industry. Now let's look at some of the jobs that can be or has skills which can be transferable into the IT or tech industry. Now at number one, we're going to start with a CCTV security guard. Now if you're working as a CCTV security guard, you can transfer into a SOC analyst, which is a job in the cybersecurity industry. Now, when you're working as a CCTV security guard, you're basically working in a CCTV room where you are monitoring those CCTV screens for any illegal activities. Now, if you're working as a SOC analyst, you'll be working in a security operations center where you'll be monitoring alerts in regards to cybersecurity breaches, and then you'll be remediating or investigating all of those alerts. Now, this job is similar in a way to the CCTV security guard because you're both working in this CCTV or security environment where you're both monitoring for illegal activities. So if you're working as a CCTV security guard, you do have an opportunity to transfer some of your skills into the SOC analyst. Now, how do you become a SOC analyst? You can go and study certifications like CompTIA Security Plus and CompTIA CYSA. And you can also do practical labs on platforms like TryHackMe and Hack the Box. Now let's move on to the second job, number two. So second job is a police officer. So if you're working as a police officer, you can transition into a digital forensics analyst. Now, why do I say that? As a police officer, you are working as somebody who investigates a crime and you're building basically evidence for a legal case. Now that applies also in digital forensics. In digital forensics, you'll be investigating cybercrime for basically trying to gather evidence and then so that you can build a legal case. So basically some of those same skills that you are using as a police officer, you can transfer some of those skills into digital forensic analyst. Now, how do you become, or what do you need to study? You can go look at platforms like EC Council. They do have certifications for digital forensics analyst. Now let's move on to number three. At number three, we have people who come from the finance industry. If you are a finance professional, you can transfer into the tech industry. You can work as a IT risk and compliance analyst. Now, because as a financial professional, you do have skills of analyzing sensitive data such as financial records. Now, that kind of skill is very important, or it can be useful as a data security analyst. Now, as a data security analyst, you will be analyzing data to see or to look out for any insider risk or to search for any sensitive data that's being transmitted, and then you'll be able to assess and monitor or block any unauthorized transfer of data. Now, how do you become a data security analyst? You can go and study things like a Microsoft Information Security Analyst certification, or you can study certifications like CDPSE. Now let's move on to number four. In number four, this is for people who come from the legal industry. They do have an opportunity to transfer into the tech industry, and particular cybersecurity. Now, if you come from the legal industry, you can work as a data privacy officer in the cybersecurity industry. So what is a data privacy officer? Now, this is a non-technical cybersecurity role. So basically, this is like an arm, a legal arm of cybersecurity. Now, because as someone who comes from the legal industry, you already have some knowledge in terms of regulations and legal concepts. So your knowledge will be very useful if you are able to transfer into a data privacy officer role. So as a data privacy officer role, you will be responsible for managing the compliance with the regulations in regards to the data protection and the data privacy when it comes to employees and customers. Now, what can you study to become a data privacy officer? You can study certifications like CIPP. If you study this certification, you will learn a lot about global regulations like GDPR. Now let's move on to number 5. At number 5, if you are somebody who's working in the electrical industry, maybe you're working as an electrician, you want to transfer into the tech industry, you can look at roles like the network engineering, IT network engineering. Now, because you are someone who's already working with their hands and you know how to work with physical wires and infrastructure, it will be very easy for you to transfer into the IT networking engineering, because you will be doing similar things. You will be working with networking devices and infrastructure. You will be connecting and configuring all the networking infrastructure that is used in IT. So as an electrician, what can you do or what can you study to transition into IT and become an IT network engineer? You can go and study certifications like CCNA from Cisco, and you can do practical labs also from Cisco. Use a packet tracer for practical labs. Now let's move on to number 6. At number 6, we have human resources. So if you are somebody who works in the human resources department, you want to transition into the IT or tech industry, you can look at identity and access management engineer or analyst. Now, what is identity and access management, and how does it correlate with human resources? Now, remember, when someone new joins the company, HR, human resources, usually are the people who will facilitate that whole process, right? They are the ones who give the employee the new or the forms to complete so that they can join the company, and then they'll capture all that information on their HR systems. Now, an identity and access management is all about managing the user access. So when a user joins a company, what normally happens is that the HR will process the forms which have been completed by the new employee, and then they'll link their HR system with the identity and access management system, which will create a username and password for that new user. It will create also the access in regards to the applications that they can access that are linked with their job role. So because the HR works together with the identity and access management systems, it will be easier for someone who works in HR to be able to transfer into identity and access management role, because they already work in systems or departments that are interconnected and integrated. As an identity and access management, you will be working or creating new usernames, new passwords, making sure that users can access all their necessary applications for their job roles, ensuring that their accounts and permissions are in order. And then when users leave the company, you'll be ensuring that their account is disabled or deleted, so that users can log in after they've left their company. So how do you become an identity and access management? There's different certifications that you can study. You can study CompTIA Security Plus. You can also do practical labs by creating virtual machines and installing Active Directories, so that you can practice how to create user accounts and linking the relevant permissions and roles to those accounts. Now that you know that it is possible to transfer from your current job into the tech industry, so you have to look at your skills and then look at the current IT roles that are available. Check and see whether your skills link with those tech roles that you want to apply for. So it is possible to transition into the tech role even if you don't come from an IT background. So go and look at job adverts that are out there in places like LinkedIn, Indeed, and then try and assess whether you've got the skills which can be transferred into the IT industry, and then go and research more about the certifications that you need to study, and also look at the practical labs as well. So it's never too late to transition into the tech industry. It is very possible. You might currently have the skills which are very much needed in the tech industry. So go and apply, go and study and never give up. I've seen people transition even in their 40s. I've seen people who were able to transition into the IT industry. I know someone who left HR and went into IT. So it is very much possible. Now, if you like this kind of videos, please click the like, please click subscribe on this channel, and I'll do more videos for you. And thank you for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next video.